I'm coming to you from Maximum City, Mumbai, and I am with a diverse set of people. If my cameraman can just show you the set of people that I am with. I'm coming to you from Car Gymkhana, and yes, this budget has been transformative in many ways, especially for taxpayers, especially for the salaried class in terms of the tax relief they've received. So that is something we will be asking to them. And besides that, of course, a lot of allocation in terms of healthcare, infrastructure, tourism, aviation. So many sectors getting a boost, and a lot of boost as far as youth and women are also concerned. So let me go straight across to citizens of Mumbai to find out what they thought of the budget, your views on the budget. Sir, of course, a huge tax relief as far as people are concerned, something highly anticipated. So tell me how it's going to impact citizens and how it will sort of impact the economy, Indian economy in general.
Hi, I'm Ashish Vyas. I'm a chartered accountant. Basically, the tax benefit which is being given, 12 lakh rupees income tax, no income tax. So this is going to be giving more disposable income in the hands of people, which will eventually lead to more savings and investments, or it will be leading to more of spending, which is very good for the economy. So this is a growth budget, and all the steps which are taken in the right direction, I think it is going to be a very good thing. We expect that the economy will get a big kickstart with this.
All right, so economy to get a big kickstart with this. So, similar question to you. You're an investor. So now with more money coming into hands of people, do you think this will boost investment?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest problems for the Indian economy before the budget was consumption. And consumption will be boosted with 1 crore people coming into the cycle of exemption now because of the 12 lakh limit. And that will boost consumption. And government will make more money on GST, so that's how they are going to recover in any case. And one of the other things is on self-occupied property, they've got a very good amendment where 2 properties are now exempted from any conditions of, telling you about the income and stuff like that. So I think that's a good thing.
The FDI limit, as far as insurance is concerned, to 100%. They've raised FDI limit to 100%. So tell us how this will, impact the insurance industry specifically.
So hello,
you are in the insurance industry.
Hello, I'm Vinod Kimani. I think the FDI one is a big one, and after the reforms on insurance, this was long awaited, and 100% FDI is a huge welcome on investments, because the current life insurance companies will look at having their foreign partners increasing their stake and the new ones who will enter. So that's a very big one for the industry, because this was long awaited, and good thing is that all the premiums that they earn will be reinvested back in the country. The second thing, again, as a promise in the business, is about the tax slabs. Now there will be a lot of saving going towards insurance because of its tax benefits and also protection plans, saving plans. And I see also MSME as an opportunity, because MSMEs contribute to nearly 36% of manufacturing of India, 45% in exports. So MSMEs are getting good limits in terms of credit, turnover, and the lovely one which has happened, which I liked in the business, was a 2 crore term loan for a new woman entrepreneur, including scheduled caste, scheduled tribe. So I think overall, all this as a mix with insurance and MSMEs, there's a huge promise for India.
So that's something that I will take it forward to the lady here, rupees 2 crore loan loan to women entrepreneurs, and specifically to scheduled caste, scheduled tribe women as well, and a lot of boost as far as women entrepreneurs are concerned and startups in general are concerned. So tell us, has it really benefited women in general?
So I think it will benefit definitely women in general, because overall the faith in women as entrepreneurs is very less. And this budget shows that the government is putting a lot of faith in women entrepreneurs. Definitely this is going to be a psychological boost for women themselves, as well as overall for the economy to take a view on this, and the industry overall to look at how women are growing and how importance government is giving to that. I think that is a major boost for the women themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Got it. And sir, let me take you through aviation sector as well as tourism. A lot being announced. I'm just going to read out some of those. Modified Udan scheme to be launched, and under that 120 new airports to be connected. Heal in India to be promoted. Visa fee waivers for certain tourist groups as well. So a lot of impetus as far as both tourism and aviation sector is concerned. And you also spoke about the benefits given to Bihar. So why don't you talk about that as well?
Surely. Good evening, I'm Vikas Kerkar. I think one of the initiatives from the Modi government over the last many years, and it's continuing, is connectivity between different cities to boost, trade, tourism, and overall connect to boost the economy. I think that's a welcome initiative. There's a lot of spending on healthcare that is there in the new budget. Impetus on the cancer centers, oncology, and research, which is definitely going to help citizens at large. In Bihar, there is the Makhana board that has been instituted. Fox nuts definitely has been a growing business. So all in all, good coverage across different sectors, and with more money in the hands of the middle class, it's only going to aid to spur the economy. That's definitely welcome.
And sir, you were to speak about health. You're in health insurance space. Let's talk about insurance as well. The same thing that I asked him, as far as insurance is concerned. And also on the health aspect itself, if I can just talk about, 36 life-saving drugs duty-free, cancer daycare centers to come up, and 10,000 medical seats to be added and more in the next 5 years. So a lot of boost in the medical sphere as well. So is that enough?
Yes, it looks hopeful, but I don't know how much is enough in India. 1 lakh crores for health sector, for the health sector can be less at times, because just reduction of customs duty is not going to help. It's going to help a lot of people, yes. It's going to help the creating of cancer centers is going to help. But we are at a loss at proper professional health. We are at a loss of having enough number of doctors accessible. We have a tough time getting seats for students who want to be doctors, and I've gone through it. So 75 or 750 more seats for medical professions is just not enough. And even worse is the process that has been followed. It's an outdated process in India that we follow. So it has to be scaled up. We have to have different norms for admissions. There's a lot of cloud among how admissions are given. This all comes under the health sector. If you want good professionals, good doctors coming in, you want really people of caliber to treat you, you need to reform that. And I don't know how much of this is going to help that. Coming back to your FDIs and insurance, what I like most about it is they have stuck to a theme similar to Make in India. Whoever comes in with 100% has to make sure the premium remains in India. That is something that not many people have realized. Something that is going to really work wonders for India, because their idea of penetrating and giving 100% coverage to all Indians is quite a task. And they have a target of 2047? I hope they meet that target of ensuring everybody in India.
All right, thank you so much for that. And as far as MSMEs are concerned, you're a businessman yourself. Tell me about, what the focus on MSMEs has been. Capacity for MSMEs to take loans, we believe, has increased.
See, firstly, let me congratulate the Finance Minister on a Vikshit Bharat and Atmanirbhar Bharat kind of a budget. I think the government has done a fair bit on not only MSMEs, but also investments. On the MSMEs, my dear colleague has already spoken a bit. Yeah. But if you were to focus on the MSME, it's the woman entrepreneur who's on the focus. Right. It is also sectoral focus on MSMEs. You see, the cotton producers, where the farmers are most impacted. We are going to be watching for emerging such organizations which will take the lead in makhana food processing. The leather industry is also something that has been covered exponentially. I think on the investment front, the water kind of sector, which we're going to see an extension of the scheme to 2028, will probably be one of the best in terms of rural investment for pipe and water supply. We'll see a lot of organizations and also the rural India benefiting. You talk about geospatial, the real estate industry. The finance minister has spoken about warehousing, on the land record modernization. I'm from real estate sector. And that's where the focus is. There's a special mention about GCCs. Let me assure you, 80% of India's growth is coming from the services industry. What that means is the global contact centers. There have been about 1,500 of them in the past 20 years. In the next 5 years, you'll see another 1,500 which is estimated. Now the government has given a special mention about GCCs. I hope to see some policies that will attract GCCs from all over the world into India and create a lot of job employment. Hopefully we'll see the fine print and make sure that happens, yeah.
Thank you, sir. And to you, a lot of focus on AI and nuclear energy as well. You know, the Center of Excellence for AI, Nuclear Energy Mission for Research and Development, 5 indigenous small modular reactors to come up. So a lot of focus there as well. What would you like to say? Is it enough? Is it the right time for us to progress towards AI as well as nuclear energy?
See, AI, we've been hearing about it and everyone has been looking at it, let's say, quite suspiciously initially, because it started up in the US and then it slowly came across. But now with DeepSeek coming in, everyone has just woken up. It's like you're woken up from your slumber and you want to now get ahead as fast as you can and be amongst the first guys out there, the first responders, as they say, to see that you make the gains which are necessary. But how good can we be to catch up with it is a question mark which is going to come up, because even the big 5 in India are still getting their act together and to get into the big play on the world sphere, right? So that's going to take some time for us, actually.
Certainly. And although it is seen as a positive, optimistic budget, do you think any points that had not been covered by the finance minister today that could have been?
I think some still in terms of new markets where India should focus on, especially on exports, because that is something still requires a boost, and considering what is happening in US. So after Trump coming, so that is one. The second is, I think my colleague already put it, is in terms of more health reforms. I think it has come in, but the beginning is good. And third is more towards education, students, etc., because that was not a very large subject there, but I think that would be one good thing in terms of looking at the new generation, in terms of what they will get, what they will do, and what steps we start taking from 2025 and then onwards. So I think these 3 were my things in terms of not a miss, but covered very little.
All right, I think
you
want
to... quick reference to one point. You talked on aviation. Aviation is opening up, but we have a scalability problem as well.
Right.
We keep hearing from all employers and industry.
Skilling is something that needs
an issue.
to... Yeah.
But the trouble is that with aviation opening up, the skilling thing is present, is there, is becoming a nature with our development of youngsters. But we require mobility. Mobility of the skilled people is the most important subject which is lacking there, because aviation is not going to be city-based. It's not urban.
Also, there have been announcements on adding additional infrastructure in terms of Indian Institute of Technology.
There is a capex spend that is fantastic, both on infrastructure and whatever new reforms in terms of attracting investments. So capex spend is there. So I think that is, but there is not overwhelming. I think good, no noise on too much on budget or for aviation, defense. Right. So that was muted a bit, but that's okay.
So I hope there's no devil in the detail later on found. It looks like a sober budget, a sweet budget that doesn't give us too much to be enthusiastic about, but yes, it is focused on the right points.
All right, thank you, gentlemen, and thank you, ma'am, for joining us on this important discussion. So there you heard it. We're coming to you live from Khar Gymkhana. All of them spoke about, how optimistic they are as far as this budget is concerned. Of course, there are challenges. They did speak about what, are the sectors that perhaps may have been missed out by Union Finance Minister. Overall optimistic, overall positive, but really the success of the budget depends on its implementation of all these announced measures on ground.